Activation code required. Access granted. Warning. Evacuation sequence activated.
We're back. Welcome to the bunker.
Good evening and welcome to the S-4 Bunker, coming to you live from the Cascade Mountains here in Concrete, Washington. So tonight, we're talking dinosaurs. All things dinosaurs.
Right.
But specifically,
well, not all.
Is there an alien tie? Are they really aliens? Or did the aliens abduct them? I don't fucking know. How's everyone doing?
I'm doing great.
Wonderful.
Good.
Fabulous.
Oh, I'm on recovery mode. I don't know from what, but recovery mode from something.
I think a lot of people are.
So just like
You should hear the amount of people I've heard talking about what the hell is going on with this week.
Really? I had a really good week. I don't know about you.
you bitched all day about how your day went.
Yeah, okay, today was fucked. But
Yeah, you had the mystic of woo. Yeah. The mystical guy. Woo. Oh, speaking of mystical, yeah. So the 23rd is our first ever. Well, kind of. The first ever in a long time pagan coffee meetup from 7 to 9 p.m.
Trademarked. Trademarked.
Mm-hmm.
can we read the tea leaves after?
What?
Huh?
Huh?
I was just asking if we could, read the tea leaves after.
He said coffee. You can read the fucking coffee beans, maybe, but it's pretty hard to read tea leaves.
Well, he said and
Oh,
tea.
no, we can read tea leaves.
Jesus.
Are beer leaves a thing? I like those.
You can read the hops.
Or read tea leaves.
Oh,
Friend, so, as always, I'm going to start this one off with a joke.
Oh, God.
Friend, this
Which
week's
joke?
is not bad, guys.
Which
It's not
joke
bad.
did you pick?
Cancel culture.
Oh, wait. Back to the screen so I can see Nikki lose her shit. Oh, never mind.
Say what?
So,
Yeah, what happened?
What happened to the,
it's on this screen. Leave me alone.
what happened to the other screen?
No
I
one can
lost
see
the
the
computer.
screen? Oh, yeah.
Oh.
What do you call someone who puts their right hand inside a T-Rex's mouth?
A
Dinner.
stupid fuck.
Lefty.
Yeah.
Oh,
That's for all you left-handed fuckers.
hardy, har.
Yeah, that's the cancel culture part.
So, when did dinosaurs first hit media?
About 65 million years
They
ago.
didn't. They hit meteor.
No, so Land Before Time I know was out, and I'm not even going to count King Kong because that was more of a horror, and I don't think they saw dinosaurs as King Kong like when King Kong came out. Because I think the original King Kong, didn't that come out black and white in like the 50s or something?
Yes, but it is considered the original dinosaur because it is a giant lizard.
Okay.
It is what, like, that is, so giant, dinosaur literally means giant lizards in
Right.
Latin.
Latin.
Godzilla is giant lizard in Japanese.
Okay.
It's the same words.
Same word.
So it literally does mean dinosaur in Latin. And so I would consider that the first one.
You know, I've been thinking about this topic a bit. And I had a buddy I was stationed with in Atlanta that seriously didn't believe dinosaurs were real.
Well, to be fair, neither did George Washington.
Okay,
Right.
but you gotta understand that the very first dinosaur fossils, like documented dinosaur fossils,
1900,
were
wasn't it?
found in 1819.
Okay. Okay.
So anything that happened before
Yeah, there was no
1819,
proof.
they had no idea that there were dinosaurs.
When were the first, going to Drumheller, when did they start finding dinosaur bones? Was that maybe the first dinosaurs found? Was 1819 in Drumheller or no?
No.
That wasn't even in North America. And the first ones found in the Drumheller area, they were found along the Red Deer River in, I think, 1886 or 85.
Okay.
And it was by a man named Joseph Tyrrell.
See, he gets excited at this topic.
Well,
it's fun.
Because
No, it's actually fun.
Tyrrell was actually supposed to be my name.
Oh.
And then they announced they were building the Royal Tyrrell Museum of Paleontology in Drumheller,
Right.
and Dad said, fuck no. There is no way he will be named after a museum. And
Okay.
then he named me Cole, which is what else Drumheller is known for. It is the largest coal producing area in Canada.
Okay, so back in the 16 and 1700s, they did find dinosaur fossils and footprints. They found some in Europe and found some in North America, but they were misidentified as very large birds and biblical creatures.
Biblical creatures?
Yeah, like giants or
Right.
Nephilim, that kind of thing.
Okay. In Europe?
But they were not classified as dinosaurs with the modern descriptions of dinosaurs until 1824.
Okay.
Okay, to give you guys an example of what, like, the largest, like, how big some of these are, the average brontosaurus had a hip rotator bone that was about 1.5 feet long. There has been one found that is over 7 feet tall.
That's just that little part of the hip.
That's the bone, yeah.
Yeah. Now, the average moose hip rotator bone is about 4 inches long.
Right.
So when you compare the brontosaurus to that, and then compare what they have named the supersaurus
Oh,
to
God.
this,
Yeah.
that is the only term that has been coined for it, because it's the only bone they've ever found for it. But they know it's in the same shape as the brontosaurus because it's the only type of creature or dinosaur that had that. Was a four-legger. Right.
Can you imagine cracking a dinosaur egg and frying it? Do you know how fucking big that thing would be? You'd be able to feed like a whole family of 20. Here, have some egg.
Do you know
So-
how smelly it would be?
Well, now, yeah.
1,000-year-old egg.
Well,
Right.
Actually, right now, you probably wouldn't be able to crack it.
Okay, but like, were dinosaur eggs all like hard shell, or were some of them soft shell, like turtle eggs?
So, duck-billed dinosaurs
Like
would have had a soft
Prehistoric platypus?
You
Yeah.
didn't learn nothing
Yeah.
from Jurassic Park?
I don't know.
Come on.
shell. Your main actual lizard ones,
Yeah,
like your most well-known dinosaurs, other than
we're like hard shell.
I'm going to use the most common one known, Ducky, would have had a soft shell.
Ducky's a softie.
Yes.
Oh.
See, and I think that's awesome. And, Land Before Time and all the dinosaur cartoons that came out, educated, for the most part, kids from a young age that dinosaurs are real.
Yeah, now they got Dinosaur Train.
They kind of did.
They fucking told them that, like, a long neck and a T-Rex can be friends. Bullshit!
Well, come on.
Okay, so...
Maybe they were.
So, what do you guys think
long
about...
necks are food, not friends.
the
long
fact
necks
that...
This is not Nemo.
They're cows.
What do you guys think about the fact that people say that they've seen flying dinosaurs still?
Absolutely.
Like like pterosaurs.
Well, we have ones that swim still. We still have ones that walk across the earth.
And do you think that, like, the Tyrannosaur... Sorry. I am really bad with dinosaur names. Okay.
Tyrannosaurus Rex.
The flying little Petrie.
Petrie?
Pterodactyl?
Yes, pterodactyl. There we go. With the P silent. That's right. So, do you think that, like, all of these big-ass birds that people see, and they're like, oh, it was like a thunderbird, or oh, it was this, are actually like dinosaurs?
So, honestly, when it comes to dragons, you have to think more dimensional.
Yeah.
The BBC did a documentary a few years ago about dragons because at the time they actually have that dragon skeleton that magically disappeared
in
from
Britain.
the museum. And the documentary showed a dragon attacking a dinosaur.
Mm-hmm.
And they believed through aging and all that that dragons were around during dinosaurs. Now, is that fact? I don't fucking know. I have no idea.
Well, a dragon's not a lizard. That is
Right.
your first clue.
Mm-hmm.
Lizards don't have scales.
Right. Also depends which dragon you're talking about. But I mean, when you're talking magical and mystical, dragons that we work with.
Well, that's a bearded dragon. They're the wizard ones.
Oh, we might be getting a bearded dragon. Anthony wants one.
You need to get him a wizard hat.
Yep, I know.
If he's got the beard, he's got to have the hat.
Well, he's slowly opening his mind. He now believes aliens are real and UFOs because the government came out and said they were. But yeah.
Well, that's not fucking. Fuck.
So, never mind. Daddy's been talking about aliens and UFOs since he was born, and Daddy's just crazy. But yeah, now that he heard one of my documentaries that I had on that the government said the whistleblowers came out and said the government got off-world craft, he kind of freaked out and said, "Wait, so aliens are real?" Yeah. I've been telling you that since for at least the last 11 years. And yeah, so now they're real. And now he looks out the window all the time.
Okay.
The kid's 11. Uh-huh. So what? Were you just whispering into his crib? Aliens are real. They're coming to get you.
Yeah, well, yeah.
God damn it, Eric.
You don't have wings. You weren't born with wings. That's a good thing. Yeah.
Friend.
Okay. Okay. I'm like super excited because I came up with this really crazy ass theory about dinosaurs that actually relates to the paranormal, and I was like, "Ha! I wonder."
Oh, so, which documentary did you watch?
I wasn't.
Brought this one on.
I wasn't.
Okay.
No, I was just like, "Huh, that'd be funny." So, so you know, how there's a lot of people that say that they haven't seen any dinosaur ghosts.
Okay.
Okay. So, what if the Loch Ness Monster is a dinosaur ghost, and that's why they can't find it afterwards?
Oh, there's a theory.
Because they just, like, see it pop up, and they see it wandering around, and then it, like, totally freaking disappeared.
Well, it could be an apparition in the pictures they have.
Or, like, Champy or any of these.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. First of all.
Oh, God. Here comes the fucking pin to pop your bubble.
Come up with the
And the rebuttal.
Nice, Cole.
A lot,
Nice.
well, no, but
It's a
No
theory.
rebuttals.
a lot of the ghosts that we have, that people have interacted with, they stick around to where they died. Do they not?
Usually, not all.
Okay, so would that not put 90% of the dinosaurs on Earth 200 feet under the fucking ground, people?
No. 'Cause
Well, yeah,
Why?
actually it would. If they
Most
stuck
of
around
them
to where
are
they
buried
died,
that far.
they're buried
200
like
feet, okay.
200 plus feet.
But
Some of them are almost a quarter of a mile.
underground.
Yeah.
Well, that's why it would be a lake one that we could see.
Well, no. So,
Lakes fill with silt, too.
but that aside, it would explain why you don't see more dinosaur ghosts.
Ghosts is because if they do hang out where they died, they'd be like underground, just wandering around.
And it's why I still believe that when we were hanging out at the mine, the coal mine, the one we heard came from the inside of the mine.
Yeah. No, that makes perfect sense.
And his mouth was just able to get out and scream.
Or
His body was stuck, though.
Or he was stuck down there. I mean,
Yeah, but then wouldn't we
And
see
dinosaur is probably like, help me, you fuckers.
wouldn't we see apparitions then of flying dinosaurs? Like,
well, some people do.
yeah, okay.
I mean, some of the pictures you get, they're hard to see. They're
And
because if it is
none of them die in the air.
Maybe they do.
They all hit the ground.
Well, yeah, but they were up at like massive elevations. It wasn't like.
Not once they hit the ground.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
that would just be chicken legs by the time you hit the ground.
I guess there would be a few that did die in midair because, any that were in the path of the meteor.
Well, even from the gases and the
Atmospheric
shockwaves
gases and
would have
shit.
knocked them.
But I can't remember who it was, but there was one scientific study that was working on one single-celled organisms.
Mm-hmm.
And they were looking at a soil sample from deep underground,
Okay.
and they found a single-cell organism in the soil, and then it disappeared.
Yeah,
But did it?
Is it possible that a single-cell organism could have a spirit? Or would it have a spirit?
I think
don't think
anything
so.
that's living has a spirit.
A single-cell organism isn't intelligent.
It doesn't matter if
No,
it's
no.
intelligent; it's still alive. I think
I think
in
it's a
order,
stretch.
like me personally, my belief on that
Mm-hmm.
is anything that has life has some form of soul, some
Well, it's got
form
energy.
of
So
energy.
Wait.
I'll
Okay.
agree with that. It's got
Okay, no, I got a new cancel culture thing. So, you're saying rednecks don't have life? Or redheads?
Oh my god!
Right.
Wow.
That one made Nikki cover her mouth.
So, I don't know. I don't know.
I'm a bad monkey. It's okay.
But like, I mean, me personally, I'd go as far as saying that like even like bacteria has a soul.
I don't know about that. That's a little bit of a stretch.
No, that's
Yeah.
stretch.
Okay, but then what do we have? What did we have to do to gain a soul?
So here's
At
the
what
thing.
point? At what point did organisms gain a soul?
Well, are microorganisms self-aware?
We wouldn't know.
You got to take the self-aware part out of the equation. Everything's got energy.
Well, yeah, it has to. But even a rock has energy.
Right. Especially when you throw it. It's got even more energy. But I see
I like rock
souls
energy.
as an energy that adapts your personality, adapts your traits, your emotion. but separate from energy of other living organisms. Now, what's the dividing line? I couldn't tell you. I don't think every blade of grass on the earth has a soul.
See, and I
in
think
the sense that it goes to an afterlife when you mow it or when you pull it. I don't.
See, and that's where I have a differentiation of opinion because honestly, me personally, I don't believe they have what you would consider a full soul like a sentient being would have, but I believe they have fractured pieces of soul. Like, but at the same time, my idea of a soul is totally different than most people's.
Mm-hmm.
So mine is electromagnetic force. Like, honestly, I find it to be the energy that, like, the energy of creation is the soul. Do you know what I mean?
Wait.
I'm gonna kick something in.
Yeah.
Just 1 second. What has a fractured soul?
Grass.
Well, like grass and stuff like that would have a
Plants.
fractured soul.
Not
Not all.
be
Not,
blade of grass.
Voldemort.
I wouldn't say like all plant life
When I come
either.
back, I'm going to be a cattail. I'm going to be a cattail. And then you mow it, and it becomes a cattail. I don't know.
Okay, what were you saying, Nikki?
Okay. So I'm going to use an example from Saturday. I had my hands on a tree.
Mm-hmm.
And the tree had energy.
Right.
And the tree was telepathic. And it's the same way with grass. It's the same way with the cactus that's sitting behind me. They are a form of energy that has somehow has consciousness. Do I know how it has consciousness? No. Does it have a soul? No, I do not believe it does. But it has energy and it has some kind of consciousness. There's a difference between consciousness and soul.
So here's my question for you on that too. Were you talking to the tree, or were you talking to the dryad that lives within the tree? That would be a big difference.
I was talking directly to the tree. There's a big difference between what you're talking about and
absolutely.
Yeah, and tree energy.
And
the way you're talking
but the way you were talking to it, I would have to say it's going to have it's going to have more knowledge too because of the root system.
That's my opinion.
Yeah. Well,
yeah. So the root system, just like with grass, just like with anything, has a vast range. It could go for feet or it can go for miles, depending upon the kind of sucker roots on it.
Yeah.
And so, but it's a form. It's literally a living form of consciousness that is part of our planet, and you're dealing with a form of Mother Earth, basically.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
There's no other way to say it. You're dealing with a form of with the energy of plants.
Mm-hmm. And see, that's kind of what I'm saying too. With the so the Mycelium network is a network that runs from every plant to every other living plant that's planted in the ground, and they communicate through that network. They give each other hydrogen, oxygen, water, all of that crap through that network. Okay, so when you connect that entire network, it's a global network.
Right.
It goes everywhere.
That's where groupthink or what's the universal thinking comes from.
Right. So in actuality, it would be more like, I guess you would call like more like a hive mind than anything else.
Right.
Okay. And they're all connected and interconnected with each other, whether it's a single blade of grass or a giant redwood. Like, they're all connected.
Everything in an ecosystem.
Yeah.
Well, but that's where that whole thought starts off of, is the fact that we all come from one spot. One tiny little speck of matter created everything in the universe. Therefore, some scientists believe we should be able to communicate with every single thing in the universe.
Well,
if we just have to open and
Actually,
expand.
we can.
and see, that's
Actually, we can. The problem is that it's not just about opening. The problem is how you go about opening. There's so many aspects to that. You can make connections that humans can, but you've got the issue of the dumbing down of society. You've got the chemical issue, the chemical warfare on the body in numerous different fashions and forms that humans are doing, not only to themselves but to the planet. There's so many factions and fractions of that it really makes a major difference. Yes, humans do have the capacity to be able to connect with absolutely freaking everything if they were given the opportunity, and those that are given the opportunity have to really further delve into, like, lots of little fingers going out into the ether and figuring out what's what via their... It's a form of higher consciousness. It's a deeper form of higher consciousness.
But see, that's okay. So I guess I'm explaining it wrong. Like, what I meant, I guess soul isn't exactly the right word to use there. So like the Mycelium network connecting all of the plants. Okay, we are all connected to a network that's also connected to every other living thing and every other moving component of everything.
Right.
Some people, they call it like your cosmic consciousness or Akashic records. Some people, there's all these different names for a network of thought and process that encompasses every living thing, from your single-celled organisms and bacterias to your highest form of consciousness, or in some places your gods, your Gaia, all of that. Yes. Yeah. So when I say that I feel like we all, like, everything has a soul, but some of them are more fractured than others, I guess what I'm saying is that we all have the same form of power inside of us. It's just the amount that goes into each individual thing based on its consciousness and its understanding of it. Do you know what I mean? So, like, it would have a piece of this energy or a piece of this power, whether or not it's a single blade of grass or a bacterium or any of that. What?
The bacterium, that's where it gets wonky, because there's not a higher consciousness with the bacterium. There's an energy, yes, but there's not a higher consciousness with it. I don't know how to explain that one quite yet, but
I wouldn't want to tap into a virus.
Well,
I can go kill that motherfucker. Let's go, guys. Woo, the whole city. What?
Yeah, it was called COVID.
Oh, Jesus.
They all got together and said, we're going to do this.
You can actually kill a virus in your body, but they don't want you talking about it. So there's that too. I mean, humans have the capacity to heal themselves quite literally through higher consciousness, through energy. However, what is happening now is that is being, a major kibosh is being put on that right now.
Yeah.
YouTube, that right information coming out now that YouTube is, if you refuse to go with everything that, oh God, now I can't think of the European Union,
NATO?
Crap, I can't think. Say it again?
NATO?
Yeah. If you go against them, no, the World Health Organization.
World Health Organization.
Oh, the WHO.
Yeah.
Who are you?
If you go against them now, even YouTube is putting a kibosh on your channel and change and produce an algorithm now. And this just happened this week. They produced an algorithm to where it will literally, no, it's becoming, it's ingrained now. I mean, there are people that are outright enraged about what is taking place. I mean, it's actually in, go do your research on this. So yeah, it's gotten to the point to where if you do not follow their line of thought about medical practices, period, your channel, doesn't matter how many thousands or millions of people you've got following you, you will not be found. So it's becoming majorly an issue because they don't want alternative health care. They do not want natural health care. And this is, I mean, this goes back generations. It's just become much more in your face now. So, and what I'm meaning is that we can heal our own bodies, but it's how do you teach that to the population, to the masses? How do you get that across to where they can do that, where they can physically do that? I'm 55. I literally am still in the process of learning how to do it myself. It's called manifestation, but it goes beyond manifestation. It goes way beyond manifestation. So, but it's a form of energy that we have that we can access and we can use to heal ourselves.
Well, yeah, I mean, okay, so that's why somebody with a positive attitude towards their health and their recovery has a way better chance of survival than somebody with a negative.
Yeah.
It is a part of any recovery for any illness is mindset.
Yep. If you give up, then you're gonna let yourself die.
Right.
If you decided that you're tired of fighting, then that's often.
Bernie Siegel, if I remember correct, there was a book my mom had written by him that talked about a woman, and I read this book in the 80s, and it just blew my mind. And it's a little super thin, super easy to read book, and it talked about this woman who had, it was cancer. She was stage 4 cancer. I can't remember what kind. And he used visualization with her and taught her how to, and they couldn't, her medical community could not figure out how the heck she no longer had cancer. Let's just put it that way. And all the tests and everything came back, and she had stopped doing certain treatments. And because they were like, well, you're going to die, and this is what's going on, and you're stage 4, and they'd basically given up. The medical community at that time had given up on her. And she was taught how to use her brain with visualization. That's just one example. There are thousands of examples that if you do the research and you look, she called it, how was it put in the book? Something about visualizing the cancer as a tree and chopping down the tree bit by bit, limb by limb, until you get to the trunk. I mean, that's it. I was like, wow, okay. And it's a belief system. It goes beyond belief system. So you're dealing with what we have the capability of doing with our bodies, but it's not talked about. And when it is, there's a huge fallout for doing it. So energy can really make a major difference. But how this all comes into play, we were talking about earth energy and microorganisms. You can control microorganisms if you know how to do it within your own body. You know, but that's a mind bender to a lot of people. A lot of people.
So,
But
where do you think aliens fit into the dinosaurs, or do you think there is a tie? Do you think UFOs were around during the dinosaur era?
yes.
Well, yeah, there's no way they weren't, first of all. And number two, there's no way that they, like, we are the first species on Earth that they were taking.
What?
Although, it was probably a bit of a shock when they took up a T-Rex thinking, because, like, they're fairly high up, and they're like,
Right.
we'll just grab that one. And then they grab the T-Rex, and they're like, oh, shit.
Yeah.
Friend.
Yeah.
Or, you know what would be worse?
Huh.
A raptor.
Oh, no.
They grab the crazy one by accident.
Hey, right. And you see the whole spaceship going. Yeah. Oh, they found Alpha. Yeah. Yeah. Good boy.
Right.
Woo!
What?
Look at this. There is stories and myths and legends of them being here as long as the human race. Back to 10,000 BC. Right? But it wasn't like in those stories and legends and myths, it's not like they had just shown up. Like, it's not like that was their first time. A lot of them state that they've been coming here coming to Earth for years. Or eons.
Yeah.
As it would be put then.
Mm-hmm.
Friend, I think also the fact that there's no other way to put this. The fact that Earth is in its own right special across the universe. Because it is. It is a perfect balance for how many species
Well, that's why I
to
call it the
actually
zoo.
coalesce.
I like the zoo hypothesis.
Yeah.
Brent,
Because do you think it's possible? Do you think there's dinosaurs we haven't found yet? Species
yes,
of
absolutely. Oh, well, like,
Yes.
do you mean like alive or dead?
dead.
Yes, absolutely there is.
I think there's both.
So, do you think it's possible, unlike like we think today, well, some people, that aliens played with the DNA and made their own dinosaur species that we haven't found yet, or maybe we have?
No. Because
No?
they watched Jurassic Park 2,
Oh, I do.
and they saw it's not a good idea.
Well, we know
They
that.
left some of their animals here.
Well, and we know that in the time of.
Okay,
Okay.
are dinosaurs alien animals?
I don't think so.
No?
No,
No.
Okay.
I think
Like, personally,
they did
I just
some,
don't think
but
so.
not all of them.
But I
But
mean,
then you
we.
look at,
Yeah.
well, you look at the octopus, and
Oh,
the
absolutely.
octopus was left here by the ETs.
Was the
I know that.
Was the octopus around in the? I never learned this shit in school. I don't know if
No.
they do today or not.
That's because I told you George Washington didn't know about them, so like you guys didn't have them.
Fuck off.
Hey.
No, but that's the thing. Going to Christian school, they didn't teach about dinosaurs.
Oh,
Oh, true.
Wow, yeah, like why would they? Vern, doesn't really fit in with the plan there.
Well, okay, so that was my other. So I went to one church as a kid, and they actually had a paleontologist come and present at the church about the dinosaur bones they had found. And as a kid, I think I was like 7 or 8. I was actually, my parents were like, "Yo, you want to sit in the grown-up church?" Because he was talking. They're like, "Yeah, it's dinosaurs." I hadn't heard about dinosaurs prior to that. because, well, first, second, third, fourth, they don't talk about dinosaurs in the Christian school.
Mm-hmm.
That was the only time ever in my whole church-going childhood I'd ever seen a church have a paleontologist, Christian paleontologist, come and talk about dinosaurs.
Mm-hmm.
So no, understand. My eras are gone. I have no idea what era is what and all that shit because they didn't teach us any of that. So what is the first era that the dinosaurs are supposed to have existed?
Friend.
Oh.
Paleozoic, Trias,
There you go. Yeah, and that's why
Yeah,
anymore. That's why anymore I'm excited because I'm actually teaching myself.
Mm-hmm.
I kind of have to. I love learning new shit.
Okay.
You know.
So the Mesozoic era,
Okay.
or Mesozoic
Thank
era,
you.
is it includes 3 consecutive genealogical time periods: the Jurassic, the Jurassic, and the Cretaceous.
Yeah, those are the big old dinosaurs.
Um,
But before that, there
the
were giant
timeline,
insects.
which actually spans, is 251 million years ago to 65.5 million years ago.
Okay.
But that also is not accurate because, yes, the Cretaceous period was 65 million years ago, but we have dinosaurs today. So, really, like, those ones have spanned from 145.5 million years ago to
today.
tomorrow.
So, and this is where it gets confusing.
You can't say today because that means they're all going to die at the end of the day.
Yeah, that's true.
Because you've got many types of religious views
Mm-hmm.
where some believe, yes, God could have created the dinosaurs.
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely. In the first 3 days when living things were created. Why isn't it possible?
The creatures of the heavens and the earth.
Right.
Yeah.
Why isn't that possible? But then you look at the timeline and you look at some of the evangelical types who don't believe shit. They believe the earth is 5,000 years old.
Mm-hmm.
So how could there be dinosaurs?
Because Christianity is a buffet.
Huh?
Christianity is a
No,
buffet.
absolutely.
So
Absolutely.
here's the thing. Obviously, Catholics are the first Christians.
Right?
Okay? Out of that, the Catholic Church has explained how dinosaurs existed.
That was my next question. Have the Catholics always believed in dinosaurs?
Well, not
No,
always,
'cause they
because
didn't know they
there
existed.
wasn't even existence
Right, okay,
until
okay.
the
But since they
1800s.
have come into... Since they
We
have...
have to have Christopher come in here because Christopher knows his shit when it comes to the religious side of every aspect of it. The guy knows his stuff.
Yeah.
Hardcore about Catholicism and the whole 9 yards with it.
Catholicism. But we have a Catholic sitting right here.
who has went to fucking Bible school every fucking year of his goddamn life till he was 19.
I love the way you say that.
Friend.
Yeah, so did I.
Yeah.
I fucking hated
Friend.
every goddamn minute of it.
But
Anyway,
that's the thing. Until I became an adult, I didn't.
you didn't believe in dinosaurs?
No, I
No,
didn't.
he didn't hate going.
I loved Catholicism. I
Okay.
still really do. Friend, I don't believe it. Like, the
Okay.
Bible's one hell of a fucking book. It is fucking the dirtiest shit you will ever read. It's great.
full of
Friend.
porn and incest and violence and war
Yeah,
and
it's
genocide.
everything you ever wanted.
Yep.
But it's a story. Friend, the thing is, every book that's a story has some form of truth to it.
Mhm.
That's how the Catholics explain how dinosaurs can exist within the Bible. God created the heavens and the earth in 7 days.
Right.
But
And
is,
there's that-
is God's day the same as ours? No. Otherwise, how the fuck would he answer all his emails?
Right.
Friend, like, how many does that motherfucker get a day?
No shit.
Friend,
Okay.
do you think you could answer that many emails in one day?
Well,
Friend, his day
I
is not
don't.
the same as ours.
Right.
Friend,
Well, you've got Leviathan. You've got a whole lot of unexplained creatures in the Bible that very well could have been, by description,
but again,
dinosaurs.
that is again an idea of dinosaurs still existing after the third strike of a meteor. Because we had 3 strikes during the time of Earth finally cooling and the last ice age.
The Great
3 meteors
Bombardment.
struck. Nope. That's all pre. That's the Earth cooled after the Great Bombardment.
Yeah.
This is by the time we actually had tide pools and everything was already starting to settle down.
Well, yeah,
Great
we
Bombardment.
wiped out
Then we had
existence like 3
actual
freaking times
meteors hit the
before.
Earth
Yeah.
that actually caused major impacts. And the third one was considered the killer.
Okay.
That's the ELE.
But it didn't kill them all. And we know it didn't kill them all.
Well, no, because the
what
thing
dinosaurs-
is, before that era, we already had mammals.
Yeah.
What all dinosaurs do we have today? We have the turtle's a dinosaur, I believe, right? The frog,
Turtles,
Sharks.
sharks,
sharks,
alligators,
chickens.
or either alligators or crocodiles. I can't remember which one.
chicken.
Chickens are evolved forms of... But...
I would think about
They
it.
did find something, an old something or other that is related to the chicken, but I can't remember what the hell it is. It's something unusual.
It's a velociraptor.
Yeah, it's considered a velociraptor, but it's also considered. I think it's called a Dilophosaurus.
Apes.
Okay.
The one that fucking spits.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The one
But-
that got dumbass.
Okay.
Do you know which one I'm talking about, Nikki? Though the one that spreads its fucking neck and then spits
The one that
out.
has the little things
Yeah.
that come out.
So that yes,
And spits the fucking venom, and yeah,
that was the greatest reenactment I have ever seen.
Okay, but wouldn't...
It looks so cute, and it chirps, and then it gets possessed or something.
Well, you gotta think, too, if we're going with that, of like, dinosaurs were also mammals, and we have plenty of mammals that survived that. What?
What do you
From
mean?
the same period of time. There
Yes,
were mammals,
there were
and
mammals
there were
and
reptilians.
dinosaurs.
Yeah.
Dinosaurs were not mammals.
But what I'm saying is, like, the great ape is technically not a dinosaur, but it's a prehistoric creature.
Yes.
Or the
So we
yellow
have-
monster.
Well,
We have hundreds of thousands of prehistoric creatures that have continued.
devolved.
the bee.
Dude, all of the insects,
Yeah,
basically,
They had to have.
millipedes
done
were some of the
pollen.
first insects.
Well, no, then they know for a fact that the bee is prehistoric.
Okay.
It is actually pre-dinosaur.
Dude, bees are, like, I
Well,
honestly...
how else could plants have thrived if there weren't some form of bee to spread the pollen? So yeah, they had to. I agree.
Oh, like...
Not all of them. A lot of plants were,
self-pollinating.
Self-pollinating.
yeah, I was going to say asexual, but yeah, that works too.
Self-pollinating.
Well,
They went and fucked themselves.
so...
Yeah, they're hermaphrodites.
And-
Yeah.
no, but Degrassi High Tyson.
Neil deGrasse Tyson.
Degrassi High Tyson.
Right,
yeah.
right, right.
Yeah.
Well, actually, I don't really like that guy, so it's Degrassi Junior High Tyson. Right? In Cosmos, he explains that a lot of plants didn't need animals or insects at that point to pollinate.
Mm-hmm.
That became a learned maneuver. Because they fed the new insects that came in, and so the insects helped them out to spread them farther.
Even his fly traps are from that era too, ain't they?
They're an adaptation
Yeah,
of a prehistoric plant, yes.
Not an adaptation. What's that word? They're an
Evolutionary.
evolutionary creature of that. Of what was before. And just like ferns,
Right.
the ferns we have today are actually nothing like the ferns
they're
of those
small.
days, but
Yeah, but if
But
you
then
want...
again, wasn't everything
if-
huge?
If we're going with that, then, like, technically, wouldn't you say that we're all just evolved forms of the damn first stars? Like,
No. Fuck no. I would say de-evolved, yeah. But
no, you know what I'm saying. Like, when we take, like, okay, so a dinosaur and we de-evolve the crap out of them, and now we have modern day shark, right? Well, then every single living creature
The
is
sharks today are
de-evolved
probably
from
smaller
something.
than. Aren't they? Aren't the sharks today essentially megalodon? They evolved from the megalodon.
do you guys not remember the Super Mario Brothers movie from the 80s?
No,
No.
Friend,
I
obviously,
didn't have a TV
when
in the-
dinosaurs de-evolve, they turn into mushrooms. Guys, come
Hey,
on.
that actually makes more sense.
Right?
No, but I mean, like, if
Nikki,
you
don't
look,
shake your head at me. You bad man.
if you look at like some
I'm
of the
sitting here laughing my ass off.
Of course you are.
It has been said on the podcast, therefore it is canon now. That is true.
okay, but I mean, like, if you look at some of like the hieroglyphs and different things like that, like if we look at like Göbekli Tepe, okay, which was like, as far as we know, one of the oldest civilizations to come after the Ice Age, the last Ice Age, right? They have pictures of dinosaurs carved into those blocks. Like full scale dinosaurs.
Earth is older than our human sciences believe it is.
Recycle our theory.
And when that actually comes out, it's going to be a mind bender.
No.
I don't know if it will be that much. Because I really...
Some people.
Yeah, for some people, because I really can't already imagine 4 billion years ago. Like, friend, who the fuck has time for that shit? Friend, I can barely imagine 200 years ago. Like,
Huh?
No, seriously,
Well-
if you really think about it, you can't justify what they did on a regular basis based off of the knowledge that we have now. Like, you can kind of sum things up and push it together, but you can't know what it was to live a day in that life without living a day in that life.
Yeah, like, for example, do you know what one of the biggest arguments about dinosaurs still is?
Huh?
How did the T-Rex sleep?
I have no idea. I imagine standing up like a horse. I can't see them.
It is one of the longest ongoing arguments of how they slept. Whether they actually laid down and got on their sides, or whether they actually stood up and slept.
Well, how does a kangaroo sleep?
In its own pouch.
I can't see
There are-
them laying down.
They roll up like a Pokeball.
And Raven's local, by the way.
I like it.
Oh, God. I don't know. I gotta say, well, you know me, I'm weird, and I think that there was definitely more civilizations than there is. I think that we go back way further than people think we do. I think that we have recycled this planet several times, and this is just the whatever reincarnation or reevaluate, whatever you want to call it, of this reality.
Do you mean civilized nations of humans?
I mean civilizations.
So you
and
think humans were around during
civilizations.
dinosaurs?
I don't think that we were always human.
Okay, because I'm about to, like... I'm going to say it. Humans suck. We have never, ever been civilized. Even though we really love that fucking term, there is no such thing in the human race as civilized.
No, but I'm just saying that, like, there is no such thing in any race that has self-awareness and that has the possibility of what I guess we would call free will or free thought or whatever, none of them are ever going to be fully civilized. It's an impossibility when you give that person the ability to choose.
Dolphins.
Dolphins kill each other.
Out of love.
They also kill plenty of other
kindness.
things.
That's called mercy
Think about
killing.
it.
Dolphins get high.
You gave them free will. What did they do? They freed Willie.
Yeah.
Those
And-
fuckers got it all.
Dolphins
Going-
get high off of pufferfish.
I'm going to be a psychopath here, and I'm going to say it. Going back to the smartest creature, that I've ever seen
Yeah, how
on
can
the
I help
face
you?
of the fucking earth is a bee.
Is a bee?
Is
You
a
call
bee.
me a bitch.
That's what I heard.
They do complex mathematics. They build infrastructure. They take care of their own.
Yep.
They have an entire language.
Yep.
They even know.
They know who attacked
But are
and
they
follow you
civilized?
around.
They even know the goddamn abbreviation of quantum physics and shit that they do. And yes, they are civilized.
Really? Because they cause war.
Not within their
Only
own.
when you fuck
Not
with the
within
creep.
their own.
Well, you have
But
one.
are we only uncivilized because we only fight with humans?
It depends on whether or not you're an animal lover
Yeah.
or a hunter.
No, because
Like,
I'm a hunter. I'm still not going to go shoot an elephant and take the fucking tusks off and walk away.
okay. But they
Now,
don't
if you're a
do
hunter,
that
you're gonna
either.
use all aspects of it.
Huh?
But a bee doesn't go and fucking.
Yes, they do. If a wasp comes onto their turf, they attack it, and then they toss the body away.
Okay.
And then you got the murder hornet that cuts their heads off and fucking goes and kills another
Yep.
hive.
But it does that for survival.
And so do they.
He does that. because-
Otherwise,
No, it
the
doesn't.
wasp will wipe out their.
That doesn't do it for survival.
No, that's a pleasure kill.
Yep.
They kill the entire hive.
And we have proven as humans it's very hard to survive without pleasure.
They are the serial killer version of
Yep.
humans.
Friend,
But I'm
Yep.
just saying, like,
I
if
agree,
we
Eric.
look at different types of civilization, okay? So we always think of, whenever anybody brings up civilization, we think of humans, and we think of our existence and what we do, our power, our structures, everything else. But there are so many other types of civilization on this earth that it's ridiculous.
Well, look how the apes. Look how the tribes of apes. They live in the jungles, and they learn as they go.
Right. I mean, and there's plenty of other races, plenty of other insects, people, freaking, there's animals,
Look
there's
at crows.
all of that.
Crows can talk if you split their tongue. The only reason they can't is because the tongue gets in the way. But they learn who to like. They learn who to hate. They know the sound of a vehicle. If you're the one that comes and throws food to them,
Right.
they're intelligent.
Well, and that's what I'm saying. We take intelligence and we think of it as a human construct, and it's just not.
Raven. Ravens are frightening.
Ravens are awesome.
Ravens are a kindness.
Yeah, I agree, but they're frightening when you think about it. I mean, they're really cool, but yet at the same time, really frightening. I mean, they're a lot smarter than a crow.
They can be your best friend or your worst motherfucking enemy.
They're my
Yep.
favoriteest bird ever.
when I say civilized, I actually never think of humans.
No.
No. I put some animal or some creature on Earth into something like a top hat and a monocle. Those fuckers are civilized.
Oh, God.
Friend, a chimp throwing his own poop.
It's all timey-wimey.
It's not done for pleasure, it's done for dominance.
There you go. A civilized hug.
Anytime I hear something like that, my first thought was when my kid was 3 years old, and we were at the Woodland Park Zoo, and a gorilla ate its own poop. And my son just thought that was the coolest. I was like, yeah!
They throw their shit.
And do you know what that gorilla did in that moment? He gained dominance over your son. He didn't even have to throw it at him.
Oh,
Nice.
gross.
And then you got penguins. They got their own built-in suit.
That's true.
Yes,
Yep.
they do.
The most civilized of all nations.
As a fucking penguin? Okay.
The one you tried to take home.
I hate penguins. I know Cole loves penguins. I hate fucking penguins. First of all, what's the point in being a bird if you can't fly? Second of all,
Emu.
okay,
Emu. Dodo.
they stink so much. They are the
they do.
smelliest creature I have ever smelled.
Fuck you, bullshit.
Ugh. What?
No,
Have you been in that back room?
Okay. Besides our children, they are the stinkiest creature.
Okay, cast your second now, Liz.
I have to drive those boys home every day from football practice. There is nothing worse than that smell.
Have you ever had a ferret?
Oh, God.
Okay, sorry. Those are pretty terrible.
Even with their,
If you haven't, just go to the pet store and stick your nose by the screen of a ferret cage.
I have. They're not bad.
Oh, they reek. Ugh.
Really?
I dare to go in that back room, Eric.
Oh, no, I'm good.
Yeah.
I'm good. I have.
That smell doesn't leave you for a month.
That smell
God.
doesn't ever leave.
Whatever.
That's like my kid and his classmates in the 8th grade did what's called the rites of passage. They went up to Green Lake, just beyond. God, I can't think of the name of it. Up beyond you guys, up in Concrete. And,
Where that guy killed everybody.
What?
They did a week without deodorant,
Nice.
and they came back. I practically had my head out the window because it was so bad. Oh my God, the boys and Odoban didn't cover the stench in the truck. I was spraying Odoban for days after that. So yeah, and you know that's what they were doing, out for survival for the week. It's a rites of passage, man. I'm here to tell you that. Oh my God, the stench.
I gotta say, can you imagine what like an actual caveman would smell like?
No.
No.
Yeah.
No.
Go to the back room.
Well, like, okay, so I think it's like bad enough when I think of like Victorian era, and I think of like Wild West, like people going on all those trips and shit without like proper deodorant and stuff. But then I think about like cavemen who never had it the entire time.
What do you have against the Wild West?
Ugh.
Yeah.
Who doesn't love the smell of syphilis in the morning?
I have a
My
friend.
grandparents told me, my grandfather and my step-grandmother told me about the times when they were growing up and what it was like. And my step-grandmother lived on a farm, so did my grandfather. But he was in Washington, she was in, I believe, Idaho at the time, and not Idaho. Anyway, it doesn't matter. Point is that both of them talked about you took a bath, if you were lucky, once a week or once every 2 weeks. And if you had siblings, it started with the youngest in one bucket of water, and that bucket of water went through the entire family.
Not to mention, back in the 1800s, they had, but they used the same bath water.
Yeah.
Did you just say that her
But they had a bath once a week.
Guys.
When was your grandmother or grandfather, who, the person you're talking about, what year were they, like, born? Do you know?
1908 and 1912.
Okay. So the same time that my grandparents were.
You guys are freaking hilarious, though. You're talking about the early 1900s. Fuck, guys, there's places in Canada where the families still do that shit because they don't have indoor plumbing yet.
Yeah.
Well, there's places in Alabama where they do that shit just because.
But here's the thing.
In Georgia, don't forget Georgia.
If they've got access to a pump and well water, then you can change the water out. There's a difference. Back then, they didn't do that.
Because a lot of these families are on land where, even though it's their own land, they can't actually dig a well. So
yeah, that's a different ballgame.
You get up to the Arctic, they're like, oh, the freaking Yellowknife and shit. Ugh.
Northern Alberta.
Yeah. Well, I mean, there's places in Kentucky that are like that. There's places in Texas that are like that as well. When
they tell you that they are bathing together to save water, that's just bullshit.
No, that's full incest.
I mean, there's places everywhere in the world, like in every freaking state, in every country, in every where.
Okay, wait. Africa? That's a whole other ballgame.
Right. Okay, but think about it like this. Like, okay, so,
bathing.
Oh.
Okay.
And baseball.
Yeah, but, okay, so, like, Australia, for instance. There's the entire outback and the Aborigines and everything like that would be on the same level as some of the African tribes.
I don't know. Is Robert in here? Where'd Robert go?
He's
muted.
He's muted and he's off camera.
Okay.
But you know what I mean?
Like got places in Australia that still bathe as a family.
Well, yeah. I mean, they still have tribes in Australia that are hunter-gatherers. I mean, there are tribes everywhere.
You muted yourself again, Robert. There we go.
Yeah, there are some out there that are still pretty much untouched. Mainly in the Northern Territory, where Uluru is, the Ayers Rock, what they used to call it. Some of the tribes out there are still going around doing what they used to do. Like, they'd be going out hunting, gathering, as you said. They actually did that. They're nomads. They were originally nomads. They didn't have any one particular place to stay. Yeah. They just go from place to place to place to place in their hunting mode.
But that's the difference, Robert, is when you said that the Aborigines still do it, you said they were untouched. The people in Alabama, they've been touched.
I don't think they're talking about that kind of touch.
Yeah.
So that isn't even close to Alabama, man.
Oh, Tennessee, it's close enough.
That was in Georgia.
Yeah, Appalachians.
Your wife from Alabama?
Yep.
Yeah.
She doesn't like Alabama. No, she has no desire to ever go back to that fucking state.
I hope
this is
she's
normal
listening.
conversation for us, even when she's here. So
yep.
Yeah.
And she agrees. So you say Northern Territory, is that where Dundee would be from?
Yeah, that's about the area that he was from, where all the crocodiles are, up in the far north.
Okay.
It's the middle part of the state of it. It's not actually a state; it's a territory, just like the ACT, the Australian Capital Territory is. But that's where they have all the politicians. So. But the Northern Territory is the big rectangular bit that's in the middle between Queensland and New South Wales. Not New South Wales, West Australia.
Hey, is that where Pine Gap is?
Uh-huh.
That makes so much more sense.
Well, yeah, it's the gap in the center.
It's in the middle of fucking nowhere.
Yeah, in the gap.
Yep.
Well, all of the places like Pine Gap are in the middle of nowhere.
Huh?
All of the places like Pine Gap are in the middle of nowhere.
Well, Area 51, Pine Gap, they're all the same thing.
Yeah. The Cone of Silence. Yeah. That's in Mexico. I'm sorry.
No, that's in Get Smart.
That's not a knife.
Say,
This
and
is a
then
knife.
Well, isn't there that like okay? So there's a tribe somewhere that's completely like untouched, like on a little tiny island.
Yeah,
and they
the
like
ones that
kill
warned
Off the
people.
coast of Madagascar.
Yeah, and they like kill
Yeah.
people when
Fuck yeah, I would too.
when
Don't bring
anybody
your smallpox
lands
here.
there. Like I guess there was like one mercenary that tried, and they ended up just
No,
like
a
killing him.
missionary
And
tried.
Yeah, I wouldn't trust a mercenary.
I'm
anyways.
sorry,
They come with MRSA.
meant to say missionary. It came out mercenary. I don't know why. Well, because I
mean-
think they're basically the same thing in the end.
Pretty much. But, I mean, they've got signs up to say, don't fucking come on this island. You will be killed. So it wasn't like they weren't warned.
Yeah, but it's not like
it
that was
kinda
in English.
because he couldn't get close enough to the island to read the sign.
Okay, and how are you supposed to know what that's what the sign says if you've never met this civilization? You don't know their language.
I'm pretty sure he was warned before he went there.
I'm just saying.
He
It could
went
say,
there to meet the tribe
"Come,
and
we
convert
have
them."
punch and pie."
Bye-bye. You were warned.
Really?
Sorry, I got absolutely zero remorse for people like that.
We have to go.
Huh?
We
The
have
sign
to go.
says they have punch and
Absolutely.
pie.
If
We're
they
gonna go
have
check
punch
it
and
out.
pie, we have to go.
We will airdrop.
Airdrop.
Yep.
I would love to see you two fuckers jumping out of a plane.
You
Okay.
can repel out of a fucking helicopter.
And seriously,
That's really that
do it
hard.
tandem. Let's see this. Cole's on the bottom.
No, I'm the big
I
spoon.
can't.
What, you want us to, you
Yes.
want us to
I'm
go
always
pro it
the
so you
big
can
spoon.
watch us?
Baywatch. What?
Yeah, I'm gonna run on the beach, away from the arrows.
All right, Hasselhoff.
And I'll run in front so you take all the arrows.
That's okay, because I got the jar of dirt.
Okay.
Right. So, how old do you guys honestly think Bigfoot is?
I think
Like, if we
Bigfoot,
are we dealing with a prehistoric creature?
I think he's an ancient. So, are we talking Bigfoot in that era? I believe possibly. Honestly.
Okay, what about some of the other cryptids? Like, obviously, Nessie is a yes. She has to be.
Nessie, absolutely. I think
Like, maybe
Chupacabra-
not Nessie herself.
Okay, Chupacabra I think is too new. You don't see anything in prehistory. You don't see anything in... You don't really hear anything about Chupi until the 80s or 70s.
But that's because most of that area that he's from has not been explored fully. Think of
Not
how many
developed,
Inca
yeah.
temples we don't know about yet.
Possibly.
And
Or-
haven't
so-
fully explored because we can't.
I'm trying to remember. So, of course, there were sightings in Texas. I personally think they were just mangy coyotes.
I think Mothman's prehistoric.
Hey,
No, I'm not. And tonight, I'm actually not even talking shit about Texas. I'm serious when I say that part. You'll know when I'm talking shit about Texas. But anyway, if I remember right, most of the Chupacabra sightings were in Puerto Rico.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I'm trying to remember. Help me out here, Nikki.
That's what I was just thinking. I was thinking about where the hell they were at. Yeah, I think you're right.
I
So
think
is there
most
none
of-
on the mainland?
Huh?
Is
I'll
there
have
none
to
on the
look.
mainland of, like, Mexico or
I haven't
Central?
heard of any sightings in Mexico. Puerto
about
Rico,
Peru?
yeah. Huh?
What about Peru?
No. I've never seen reports on them in Peru.
Guatemala.
But they're relatively, like I said, they're
What's
relatively...
South Chile is what.
Okay.
Oh, okay. So, yeah, that's pure Incan temple area.
Right.
And a lot of those we haven't been able to fully explore because we can't get there yet.
Okay.
Well, because the government's there.
The
and don't have
government, well,
enough
and
money.
that's the problem, I think, with a lot of
Puerto Rico.
exploration is the governments are saying, no, you don't come here.
No. Even they're not doing it because they don't have the money to do it.
Right, but they won't let anybody else come in and do
Well,
it.
no, why the fuck would they?
I'm not saying
Every
I blame
time,
them.
but Eric, no, but every time they've done that, Friend, they take shit. They just take it and don't fucking tell them they found anything.
Right.
Friend.
So no, I don't blame them whatsoever. But that's where the slow discoveries are coming. Or that's a big part of the slow discoveries.
Okay, so we have Puerto Rico, Mexico, United States, Central and South America, and
So
as far down as Chile.
So a pretty broad area.
So it kind of makes you think like there's got to be some of the temples have got to have some hieroglyphs in them somewhere that have some depiction of him, and we just haven't seen it.
Yeah. And
okay, here's the problem with Chupacabra, though.
Huh.
Is it depends on who you talk to, what he looks like.
True.
Yes.
Okay? There is like 15 different explanations of what a Chupacabra looks like.
Right.
Okay?
Yeah.
So it could be the Mayan freaking snake god. I mean, realistically, it could be a shapeshifter or anything. We don't know because there's so many varying degrees of what it is.
Mm-hmm.
Some of them fly, some of them are dog-like, some of them, you know.
Just what I was going to talk about. Exactly. You're looking at everything from four-legged dogs to a being that walks on two legs.
Right. I remember that one. There's only a couple with two-legged.
Yeah, there's one of them that looks like the Jersey Damn Devil.
Right.
Yeah.
Majority of the reports you hear about are not necessarily dog-like. They're four-legged. And that's about as close to dog as you get. It depends on the head sometimes, and how the teeth and the tongue, because they're considered bloodsuckers. So, Mothman. Again, he was only seen in one area.
Yeah, and didn't they create a statue of him in that area?
Yeah,
I can't remember where the area is. I just remember
Point Pleasant, West Virginia. And you know, they made a festival over him. So, money grab, tourist attraction, who knows? But again, the Mothman up until 2014 or 15 was only in Point Pleasant. Then in 2014, 2015, all of a sudden you have reports in Chicago about a Mothman-like creature.
I wouldn't call it a money grab for this situation. Like,
no, I agree. Not necessarily. I hate saying it that way, but it was only a one-time incident of a few years, but in one area. It reminds me of somebody playing in a lab and create a creature and let it go.
Okay, but New York has a festival every year for the Titanic, and
that was a one-time ship.
It's a festival in honor of the people who didn't make it.
Right. And that makes sense. But in that case, you're talking about one particular creature incident. So it's kind of like Roswell. They have a festival for Roswell every year, too. I don't see that as a money grab because that was well documented. Point Pleasant, other than some eyewitness reports, which I'm not saying those aren't discredited at all.
And a few newsreels.
Yeah.
But it never took off like Roswell.
No.
Because no one cared.
Well, they cared when the bridge collapsed. But, you know, and if you watch the movie portrays is Mothman either predicted or caused the bridge collapse. Now, is that true to the actual reports? Not really.
I'm just saying, if the bridge can't hold a moth the size of a man, What the fuck is it doing with cars on it?
Right? Good God, you guys are quiet tonight. What the hell? Talk. Speak.
I was sitting back listening because a lot of this stuff is it's kind of like old school for me in many regards, but yet at the same time, bits and pieces of it are new. I can tell, excuse me, I can psychically tell you that I've had confirmed chupacabra, however you pronounce it, is real. I've had Mothman classified to me as being real. I've had just lost her name. Nessie's real. I've had what the hell? Dogman is real. I've seen a Dogman through the eyes of a Sasquatch. That was a frightening experience, let me tell you. Sasquatch don't like Dogman at all. And to be allowed to see that through a Sasquatch's eyes, really, I can't even describe what I saw. I don't even know how to describe what very tall, very big, claws beyond you, something you don't even, I can't even, claws that are more deadly and dangerous than what I have seen on certain, beyond, I mean, like, you are talking, I don't know, here's a funny thing, some people may find this funny, some people might find it graphic, so hold on to your hat. If that thing takes a dump in the forest, does it wipe its own ass? Because I am here to tell you, it's gonna rip its own asshole a new asshole.
No, I just grabbed a raccoon, uses a raccoon for toilet paper.
Yeah, so few rabbits now.
What? Rabbits? Yeah, rabbits make better toilet paper.
Okay, I have a really stupid question here.
Huh.
So if a chupacabra and a goat man went against each other in a battle, who do you think would win?
Chupacabra.
Because it's like a goat sucker, right? So, I mean...
Yeah. They drink the blood, they've been known to drink the blood of goats and chickens both. Huh. So, I want to get back to Dogman for a second, though, because dog-like creatures have been documented since, 12th century?
Mm-hmm.
So, I don't think Dogman's as old as dinosaurs, though. I don't know. That's a good question, though. But, I mean, you've got wood carvings and written documentation of, do you want to call it a werewolf? Do you want to call it Dogman? It's a four-legged canine creature.
Yeah. Well, like this, our Keith Andrews talks about how was it Dogman and another one, which I can't think of off the top of my head, were remnants of being left behind. They were a specific race of ET's pets. And you freaking imagine? I mean, that's a mind bender up the wazoo. That one. That's a hell of a...
And I wouldn't argue that point, because I think a lot of creatures are dumped here from alien.
Yeah, I agree with that wholeheartedly.
Not at all. I don't think Bigfoot
No, not at all.
I think Bigfoot, I believe, has always been... and I'll say it again, I think Bigfoot is a guardian of areas of this planet. The wooded areas of the planet. I think they're an ancient race. Yep. That's the old hag.
It's a chupacabra.
The old hag?
It's an old hag. Yep.
Why the fuck does she have a cock and balls?
So
that's the broom shrunk down.
That's a
must have been cold that night.
Oh God. Okay, no. Whatever.
The broom was always phallic representation, so yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I can fly!
I
was
feel
just
like a terrible
reminder that they had to
person.
get home before sunrise.
Exactly.
Because now,
Follow the cock.
Oh God! Every time somebody brings up witches and brooms, all I can think of is Kiki's Delivery Service. Okay, and now
A
I'm
cartoon?
like,
Really?
yes.
You might lose to a cartoon.
Okay, and now I'm imagining that with balls. So that's great.
You must not. You must have not seen the artwork of Goya, huh?
Goya?
Yeah.
No.
No, that's good. That's good. Don't look up the artwork of Goya because his predictions of witches is just fucking. I want to get some of his artwork actually. It's interesting.
So did a witch invent truck nuts?
What?
Did a witch invent truck nuts?
Broom nuts? Really? Oh God.
We did actually.
If you don't know what we're laughing about, go into the freaking chat on.
Okay, who is this artist?
Huh?
Who's the artist?
Goya.
G-O?
Goya.
Goya.
Goya artwork.
All it brought up was a food company.
Oh no! Look up Goya artwork. Goya artist.
Heard of the
Oh dear Jesus!
Yeah. So Goya was around, I believe, shortly after the Malleus Maleficarum was written. So naturally, the depictions he wrote were very misogynistic.
For the
You
artwork
don't
of the zoo.
say.
Huh?
They're like eating babies. Why would you want one of these?
Yeah. Well, that was back in 12th century, 11th century.
Okay.
Because they
Back.
screwed up and thought it was the placenta.
Here, just a minute.
Oh, look,
I'm gonna
look
put
up
one in the chat room.
Oh God, there's a whole bunch of them. I've got them. Yeah. Where
not a baby, that's just a really
they actually
little person.
depict the witches kissing Satan's asshole. They call it the third eye.
Uh-huh.
The third eye of Satan.
Okay.
Because Satan, witches worship Satan or were
Pretty sure that
concubines
would be
of
his
Satan.
fourth eye.
No, that was his third.
Friend.
Pretty fly for a third eye. Okay, so now that we're done talking
You bring
about
up the asshole of
Ew.
Satan and Robert comes back on camera.
oh my God, cool.
What?
Oh, they're graphic. Look up The Witch's Sabbath by Goya.
No, I already saw it.
Oh,
Look up Boo Waffle. I dare ya.
No,
Blue
it's
Waffle.
just blue waffles.
What do you mean, Robert? What's wrong with Blue Waffle? It's just an Eggo.
Is that like
Well,
green
at least
eggs
we're
and
not
ham?
talking blue balls.
Friend.
Green eggs and ham.
I'd rather have blue balls, honestly.
Oh my God.
Elephantitis of the ball.
They're small testicles.
Elephantitis, right?
Huh?
Elephantitis of the balls?
Friend.
Where they get like this fucking big.
Yeah. Friend. I think that's just termed virgin.
Well, that too.
Friend.
What the
The
fuck?
virgin has learned how to masturbate.
Nope, I'm done with this.
Kayla's search history is just fucked right now.
Well, okay, so this is what came up when I looked up Satan's asshole.
No,
That's Saturn's asshole.
I know that.
that's Uranus. Oh wait, no. Well, there is a plant in Egypt called the Eye of Satan that is.
Yeah, well, I see it.
No, the Eye of Satan is the most poisonous plant in the world, and it comes from Egypt.
There is also a candy named Satan's asshole.
Oh, okay.
And it's like that. You remember that
Is it
devil's
mint?
toe?
Is it
that
minty?
You guys brought the kids?
Huh?
That
No,
devil's toe, it's like a 5 skull rating or whatever the fuck.
Oh, yeah,
5
yeah,
minute
yeah.
Scoville?
Okay.
Burn. And you're supposed to lick it.
Yeah, the asshole
Definitely.
one is a 5 million skull rating, but it's got peanuts in it too.
It's got penis in it.
What?
What?
What did you say?
I heard it has penis in it.
The Satan's asshole. It's like a 5 billion skull rating or whatever the fuck, but it's got peanuts in it too.
Yeah, it still sounds like you're saying penis.
Yeah, okay. You know what? Let's go back to with the fucking dinosaur, okay?
Wait, dinosaurs had penises too?
Well, I'm sure that some of them did.
No, not.
Well, I guess they laid eggs.
Not in the phallic form.
No?
No.
In the shot
Wait.
of Clydesdale?
You're telling me that not a single fucking dinosaur had a wing?
It was never hard.
Oh, waiting chunk tonight. Yeah.
It slithers in.
Well, then I don't even want to talk about that. What would happen if you were walking under a brontosaurus? It would just crack you and knock you the fuck out.
Well, imagine if we, yeah.
Yeah.
No, the God.
You drowned
Okay.
and stuff.
So my hometown.
So more like a whale.
We have a structure that that they built in the early 2000s. They call it the world's largest dinosaur, and it's a form of Albertosaurus. And they used to make T-shirts that said, because you used to climb up inside the dinosaur, and you'd go out its mouth and look at the town. And we used to have shirts that said, I crawled up the ass of the world's largest dinosaur, and all I saw was Drumheller. Friend.
Oh.
Okay, so I'm sorry. I might be a little too,
graphic?
No. But, so then would a dinosaur penis be like a whale's penis?
I never hung out with a whale's penis.
I could... Oh. we've lost Nikki. Nikki's dead. I can see dinosaurs copulating like slugs. In a weird way.
What? Like slugs?
Well, you know how they
I am so
around.
sorry. I was thinking about earthworms, and I'm like, you can't just fucking cut a T-Rex in half and get another T-Rex. Okay.
You know how they both kind of curl around an egg?
Oh.
But that'd be hard for a T-Rex.
Especially with his little tiny arms. It would only
I wasn't even thinking about little tiny arms, but
the picture in the Discord is our world's largest dinosaur. You can actually, inside of his mouth, you can stand in there.
If he takes one more step, he's going to take that building out.
Friend. He's kind of built into the building.
Okay.
Friend. But we used to stand outside on one of the busy streets right beside it with a huge sign, and we took makeup from our theater department at the high school and pretended that one of the guys' arms was ripped off, and he held up a sign that said, "Don't feed the dinosaurs." Friend. We had a lot of fun with that goddamn thing.
Sorry. But I found it.
Oh, that's a whale's penis.
No, here. Dinosaur penis.
He's missing the little arms.
Oh my god.
Is that a whale, Nikki?
Yeah, that's a whale.
Okay, then, so yeah.
Oh my god! Wait a minute! Nikki, you have discovered the secret. Just a minute.
And Robert, that's wrong. Just like the whale, it doesn't stay puffed all the time.
I'll blow up whale penis. Yeah.
There she goes.
Yeah, she's gone. Fred.
There you go, Nikki. Mystery solved.
Nessie is a whale penis.
Yep.
That's kind of disappointing, actually.
No, Nessie's a dinosaur penis.
Oh. So he's just laying in there doing the backstroke?
Yeah.
Bullshit.
Show
Show me a T-Rex that can actually do a goddamn backstroke. With those arms, there is no fucking way.
No, they can just walk in the fucking water. For that matter.
Just lays there.
And drown.
Oh, shit.
Making the water salty.
Well, the name Champ makes more sense now.
Huh?
Nothing.
Scam?
Well, I think I found S-4 Bunker's Twitter's new profile picture.
Oh, God. Okay, call it. Oh.
Okay, but then we got to make a special episode around that and call it Myth or Legend. Oh
Wow,
God!
that's nice. Of course, it's a legend.
Oh. Wow, so that's oral sex for a whale.
It just sticks it in the blowhole.
Yep.
Ew.
No, that whale's upside down.
Oh. Okay. I thought I was like, dude,
I'm
it's
pretty
just,
sure they're both fucking upside down. Well, they're.
this is
that
like
makes
okay. Seriously, this is whale S&M.
Yep.
It's like you can't breathe.
Oh. Oh.
Holy shit!
Oh. Okay, I'm.
I can't help it. That still sounds weird coming from an Australian guy.
Oh.
Fred,
Oh.
you need to try harder at that, Robert. Come on, Fred. Put some feeling into it. Make Daddy proud.
Oh my god!
Oh. So now we've got Nikki caught up into whale porn.
Yeah. All about she's gonna save the whales. Single-handedly.
North of the Delaware.
5'5" penis washed upon shore.
That must have been T-Rex.
That's where I left it.
Oh, we can sell it to lovers.
Huh?
Sell it to lovers.
Fred.
Wow, are you speechless, Cole?
I think that's one of the Egyptian ones.
Probably.
Fred. Well, you know, like the pyramids were surrounded by water at one point.
Right.
So, it's very possible that came from one of the pyramids.
So you're saying the pyramids were whorehouses?
No, they
For
had,
whales.
each pyramid had a penis.
Oh, okay. There we go.
Okay, that's not even fucking possible. That makes no sense at all.
You really think that dinosaurs didn't have their own kind of Kama Sutra?
They didn't do doggy style. Doggies weren't even invented yet.
He's got one leg down.
The doggies learned from fucking dinosaurs.
Oh dear God.
That's where they got that tail wag from, right?
Oh. Oh, God.
Okay.
Yes, we're talking about dinosaurs.
So that world's largest dinosaur in Drumheller?
Yeah.
First of all, just so you guys know, it's a girl. I know, we went underneath and checked.
I'm sure you did. You're what, about 18 then?
Huh?
18,
What?
you were about 18 then?
15. But, like, it
It reminds me of boys have penises and girls have vaginas. Yeah.
Kindergarten cop. Good reference. Good reference. Friend. Rick, why do you keep disappearing on us? Rick, this is your subject. Why do you keep disappearing? Like,
Well, I'm having issues because I can't actively go look for anything because I've got some kind of safe search block.
the internet saw what you've been doing.
Either, so we're both blocked, and neither one of us can go look up dinosaur porn. So I'm dying here.
The internet saw what you've been doing. They're like, this has to stop.
All right.
Google
What?
shut me down and locked me out.
I
I'm done.
seriously have to ask, because they're reptiles, do you think they make the same sound that a turtle does?
Wait, turtles make noise?
Squeak!
They do that like...
Oh, yeah.
It sounds like a weird cheapy bird.
A turtle. Yeah.
God.
Uh,
We knew this was going to lead to this.
It looks like a turnip.
What the fuck?
Actually, I've been out looking. Sure that the reason I was off, I was looking around trying to figure out if dinosaur ghosts had been done by Sci-Fi Channel, because they've done the shark ghost thing before. So I was trying to see if this was something that we could get some trademark.
Can you guys hear what it?
Okay, just a minute. Can you hear what's playing?
Are you guys able to hear that?
That's a T-Rex having sex.
No.
But everybody else can look this up but me.
Well, no, but can you hear it?
Can I hear it? No.
Yeah.
That's what a turtle sounds like when it has sex.
Oh. That's a turtle having an orgasm.
Okay, I hear it. They search.
Just so you know,
I want to get on my own. I didn't know what this sounded like.
well, once you can, that's 1 minute and 28 seconds of that video.
So I wonder what T-Rex says while they're fucking.
Roar!
Oh, do it harder! Do it harder!
I'm pretty sure they don't speak English.
No, I doubt it.
How would you know?
I mean, they could.
They did in Laboratory time.
Yeah, that's a good point right there.
Yeah, that's true.
Oh.
Okay.
Oh.
That crosses the line, Kayla. That crosses the line.
It's a real book series! Okay, whatever.
Oh. Yeah.
So,
No, but I
we
did
talked
a little.
about them with aliens. We talked about them with cryptids.
Mm-hmm.
Friend, do you guys know when someone's wearing one of the T-Rex outfits, like the inflatable costumes?
Mm-hmm.
And they're running and the head flops back? You know, when I think of a dinosaur running away from a ghost, that's what I picture. Friend.
You don't think their necks were stronger than that?
No, when they're running away from a ghost, they run fast.
No,
But like the arms flailing and the head run back and them just booking it.
Now, a brontosaurus, probably.
I don't know what Nikki just saw, but it's either terrible or absolutely fucking awesome.
Okay,
I think that's awesome.
So, you think, and this is a stretch, but the giraffe has a long neck. Do you think that the giraffe is...
No.
No, it isn't.
It's not.
No?
No, it's not a descendant.
Okay.
Giraffes are more akin to mammoths and elephants.
Okay. What about the Tyrannosaurus? Oh, so which is the one that's got the spikes around its head? Is it around here? Is that the Tyrannosaurus?
Spikes.
It's got spikes that stick out.
Stegosaurus.
Is that the rhino?
That would be closer to the rhino or the hippopotamus.
Okay. And that makes sense.
Same with like their descendants are all like the rhino, the hippo, the but they're also part of the one with the, fuck, now it's really hard for me to remember these names. I got too old.
Triceratops?
These were your classmates. You remember the one with the big ball on the end of its tail?
Yeah, I don't remember the name, but yeah, I know what you're talking about.
And a bald head?
Yeah.
Okay, they're the same family as that.
Okay.
Same with Triceratops.
We don't hear a whole lot about that one. That's a pteroclop, something.
Pterosaur?
Give me a second.
The triceps or something.
Triceratops?
I think so.
Ankylosaurus.
Yes, Ankylosaurus. Thank you. Friend,
Because you don't hear a whole lot about that one.
so they are considered the armored dinosaurs.
Okay.
Friend, they do, like the Stegosaurus is descendant of the Ankylosaurus.
Mm-hmm.
They were not around at the same time. That is the biggest fight with Jurassic Park.
Yeah, that fuck.
Because none of them are from the fucking Jurassic period that they show.
Okay.
Other than one.
Bronto.
No, the little fuckers that attacked the kids on the beach in the second movie.
Yeah, I didn't know.
Camping.
Yeah, those are from the Jurassic period. That's it.
Okay.
Friend,
And so then they evolved into what? What's the next period after Jurassic?
and Nikki, that's absolutely true. I have said for years, I don't drink water because fish fuck in that shit. Friend, I don't touch that. Friend,
What
what?
the hell?
What do you mean?
Nothing.
They do.
Yeah.
You just want to be drinking
Don't drink
semen
the
all day?
Oh,
I believe that more than the fucking donkey.
yeah.
Like, really? Middle of fucking Israel.
At least the donkey got a part in the clerks.
That's true. Friend, he got his own show. Friend.
Oh fuck.
Where was the last era that we were at? We hit
Jurassic.
Mesozoic.
Yeah, the
Jurassic.
Mesozoic.
Cretaceous is after that.
Cretaceous is the last.
Cretaceous.
So most of your armored dinosaurs were the Crustacean period? Is that
The what?
Armored.
armored dinosaurs were what period?
Oh, God.
Oh my fuck, I love Google. Was Ankylosaurus bulletproof?
And you know what? Someone's asked that.
Did it need
If
to?
it pops up, somebody fucking asked it.
Late Cretaceous.
Yeah, it's
Cretaceous?
Cretaceous.
70 million to 66 million years ago.
Okay, and that's when the meteors hit, was in that period?
Friend, last meteor was 65 million years ago.
Okay.
That's when they fucking ended. Done. Fucking gone.
Excuse me.
So, but, so it is an Ankylosaurus, but the actual name of the one directly with a tail club is Euplocephalus.
Yeah,
Eucephalus.
and that's the one you don't hear
There's a
about.
cream for that.
Aloe vera.
Friend, Ankylosaurus describes any of the ones with body armor. Not like Triceratops or anything, but like Stegosaurus or any ones with actual like scale-like armor or spike-like armor.
Okay. So the ones that survived were probably underwater?
No.
How do they survive when the rest of them died?
Okay, so this is still the time of Pangea.
Okay.
The Earth is still splitting apart, right?
Right.
Well, the land masses
are
the land masses are just starting to split.
Mm-hmm.
Well, they're in about the middle. So a lot of them, the southwest corner of Pangea is where the meteor would have hit.
Okay.
Because it landed in just what we now consider the Gulf of Mexico. Friend. So anything in the northeast corner would have had a better chance of survival.
Okay.
Friend. Because you gotta remember, this would have, like, yes, it would have taken out a lot of the land mass, but at the same time, it also would have, like, had to climb mountains, blow through valleys. Friend. It's considered a world ender not because of the original fucking blast, but because of the impact it had on the Earth as a whole.
Right.
What the hell is that? I can only see part of it. Ha! Armadillo. I like that. So yeah, at the end of the late Cretaceous and the beginning of the Cenozoic, is right when we started getting mammals. Okay. And they started out as creatures as small as mice, field mice now. Mm-hmm. That was our first mammals. From them came every type of mammal we have, including mammoths and everything. They actually, in a few million years, started to grow that big.
And now they're coming back.
Well,
in Russia,
they're bringing them back.
How do you think that's going to play out?
They've had 3 movies saying why it's a bad idea, so...
Well, to be fair, those were all about the Mesozoic era. Okay, so, we haven't brought anything back from the Cenozoic era. This could be okay. I mean, the meatball didn't eat anybody. Mm-hmm. So, so far, we're good.
How do we know it was an asteroid or a comet or whatever that fucking killed them?
Because they found it.
Okay, they found an impact, but that doesn't mean that is what killed them or that it was from that time period.
Carbon dating.
They can't carbon date that.
Yes, they can.
Really? It's under fucking a shit ton of water with erosion and everything else. They can't carbon date that, not accurately.
Friend, you can as long as you dig far enough down. Friend, you can carbon date almost anything on Earth as long as you actually do the proper digging.
Yeah, but if it's had any kind of nuclear trace on it at all, it's going to give you the wrong carbon date.
Friend, not if you adjust for that. Friend, Kayla,
I'm just saying,
they are taking samples for that from all over the Earth. Mm-hmm. Every area.
Yeah.
For example, 90% of North America was actually underwater at that time.
Okay.
It was covered in what we call Bear's Paw Lake. So we have soil samples from all across North America of where the lake started, where it ended, where it froze, every part of it.
Okay. I'm just, I wasn't trying to be an ass. I'm just saying,
Yeah, no, but,
how would you know for sure that's what killed them? Because when you look at all these dinosaurs, right, they're, laying dead, basically Pompeii style, where they just, there's still food in their mouth, or they're still in the process of doing whatever, and they just flop over dead, right?
Okay, but our carbon dating has gotten to the point now where Pompeii, they can actually tell you almost to the date. Not just the year.
Well, no, and I realize that. I'm just saying.
By carbon dating. Okay? Mm-hmm. But we're still saying that the last meteor and ice age that it created, we're going within a couple million years. A million years. We'll say that, because 65 million years ago is what they say.
Okay.
Okay? That is as close to a number as we can get at for that point yet. Mm-hmm. We know 65 million years ago, that gives you an entire million years
to
go off of.
Yeah.
I know, but, okay, so, a lot of the dinosaur fossils that they find, they died within seconds. Okay? The way that they're fossilized, the way that their deaths on, they died...
Creating the death pose.
Immediately, in death pose.
Yes.
Right?
Well, imagine the shock wave that came out of what size was the meteor that hit? The last one that killed them.
I have no idea. I think Texas.
No, it was 6 miles or something.
Yeah.
Well, even that. You're looking at something that impacts the Earth, the shock wave that it sent. If it was in the Gulf of New Mexico, it sure the hell would have hit.
Well, and at that time it wasn't the Gulf of New Mexico. Or Gulf of Mexico.
Right.
For
Was that a landmass that hit?
Yeah.
At that time?
Yeah, 6
So,
miles
yeah.
wide. They say it was only 6 miles wide.
Created part of the Gulf of Mexico.
Mm-hmm. And that makes sense.
It created that split in the fucking plates.
Mm-hmm.
But it to be able to carbon date to within 1 million years, that's not actually that big of a deal.
Okay, so you know we've crossed that threshold now, and we're actually at 66 million years ago.
Are we?
Yeah. As of like 10
Yesterday.
years ago, we crossed that threshold.
I don't think we are. Right.
Just saying.
like I think the world was created or made. Earth was made 4 billion years ago to this day. September 13th.
Okay. So, according to molecular science at this frickin' States University of Montclair States University, when the 6-mile wide asteroid that led to the dinosaurs' extinction hit Earth 66 million years ago, the impact also triggered what is known as a mega earthquake that lasted weeks to months. Which, I mean, obviously it would if it, like, penetrated that far into the ground. It would cause all kinds of shiftal plates and everything else. Right? So, I mean, if you have an earthquake of, like, magnitude shit, like 12.0 basically at its, like, center, then, and it lasted a month long, like, you think of, like, a little earthquake here, and even our bigger ones, like the Nisqually lasted, like, what, a minute and 10 seconds?
Yeah, that was a 6.0, 7.0.
Yeah. So, I mean, I guess you would have not only major earthquakes, you'd have volcanic eruptions, and you'd also have tsunamis like nobody's business. So, I mean, I guess it would pretty much just annihilate everything.
Well, the volcanic eruptions are really what caused the Ice Age. They filled,
Greenhousing effects and all that jazz.
The air with enough greenhouse gases that, because almost everyone in that area exploded all at once.
Yeah.
Which kind of makes sense. It's like a pimple popping.
Uh-huh.
No, I mean, like, well, I guess what I'm trying to say is like, you think if like a solar flare or like a fucking supernova or something like that went off, wouldn't it have the same effects? If it was a big enough one. I mean, if a star close enough to us went supernova, it would have the same effects that...
You're talking gases hitting, not a physical object, though.
Either gases or electromagnetic fields.
Right.
Yeah.
In the case of solar.
I think it would have different effects.
Okay.
Not the same.
All right. I'm just thinking like...
I don't think it would cause all the volcanoes to erupt like that. And I think we'd have an ice age of sorts.
In the case of gases, it can knock some trees down.
And I think it'd do more than that.
Well,
no.
But I think it would... number one, it would destroy our atmosphere, which pretty much kills everything on Earth.
Mm-hmm. So look at a pyroclastic.
Yay!
Look at a pyroclastic blast from a volcano. That is nothing but hot air, and it knocks.
And that'll definitely kill.
Oh yeah,
but that's
it knocks trees down like they're toothpicks.
That's an
yeah.
Okay, so what about the magnetic poles shifting?
According to all your fucking documentaries at night, we're gonna be fine.
I really don't.
It's gonna happen so quick we won't even fucking know it.
I really don't think so.
Except
I
for
think
GPS won't work.
I think we'll all fucking die if the poles switched.
I would agree with
and
all
I think
that
birds
bullshit.
wouldn't be able to figure out where to go.
Anyway, it is 12 o'clock.
Oh, it is. Shit.
What are we talking about next week? Do we have a topic yet?
Yes, kind of.
Excellent.
Friend, we need to do something with ghosts.
Ghosts?
Yes.
Ghosts of dinosaurs? No. We do that tonight.
We can't drag this out anymore, Eric.
No, look at what it turned into. Oh, Jesus.
Fucking ghosts of
No.
dinosaurs.
Friend, I think that's only legal in Britain now.
In the museum.
Friend, well, if you can
natural
fucking
history.
marry a building and have a honeymoon with it, you could probably do a dinosaur ghost.
What if we do like haunted objects?
Huh?
We just did that.
We did that like
Did
a
we?
month ago.
Motherfucker. I haven't been here for a
You
while.
were here,
I haven't
that's
been
right.
here for a while.
So,
There's
if a ghost falls in the forest, does it make a noise?
No, because it's non-corporeal. That's just stupid.
What if it, like, whales?
He goes,
Woo!
Yeah.
Then it's a banshee.
no.
Friend,
I got
I've got a question. If a ghost falls in the forest, would the earth stop it?
ooh, that is a good question.
No,
It would
it
just-
fall right through.
It just falls through, and then all of a sudden it's in China.
Whoa! Somebody carry me, please! I'm stuck. I've fallen and I can't get up.
Actually, you know what? Yeah, that's it. Gravitational effects on the spirit world.
Oh, fuck. Okay.
Wait, is this physics?
A little bit.
Cool.
Oh, no,
Can we-
math.
Ren, it's not really math. It'll be a little bit, but so
Gravitational effects on the paranormal.
an announcement for everyone. Next week we actually are inviting another panelist to the group. Few of you may remember her. Rosella C. Rose is coming back
Yay.
from the from S-4.
Yep.
We weren't the bunker then. Friends, so
Well, she was with the Haunted Tours.
yes.
So
So
she actually took people to Ireland to explore haunted areas and
Yeah.
castles and stuff. And she's written one book,
I believe so,
working
yes.
on her second.
And she's working on her second, yes.
Yeah.
So she will be joining us next week. So join us then, guys. As for us, this is it. This is all. We're done.
Good night. See you next week.
Good night.
Good night.
Yeah, good night. I got one more thing.
Shit.
Been thinking about essential oils a little bit. Do you know what the best one is for family and friends?
Lavender.
It's fucking chloroform. Get over it.
All right. Good night.
Good night, everybody.
Good night.
Good night.
Data transfer complete. System malfunction. Please evacuate immediately. Program terminated.
Son of a biscuit eater.